Good morning and thanks for watching FSC TV. Alongside John Kristovich, I'm Kenzie Council. Today we cover Wynee's Bistro step to normalcy, seasonal festivities throughout Central Florida, and university protests on sexual assault increasing. Only on the Weekly at 10, which starts right now.
From Studio A on the campus of Florida Southern College, this is FSC TV.
Join the Polk Museum of Art as they host a behind-the-scenes panel called Museum in Focus. This talk will highlight where the 2,800 pieces of their collection are stored and how they store the work. Participants can even view works that are rarely seen. The discussion panel will feature Dr. Alex Rich, Matt Belcher, Laura Putnam, and Lauren Hicks. You can register to the event happening tonight at 6 p.m. on the Polk Museum of Art website.
After over a year without Wynee's trays and plates, they're back in the bistro. Signs are put up around the CAF advertising the option to use the trays to eat in or to take the food to go in the styrofoam containers. Wynee's has also reopened the salad bar and are allowing students to grab their own dessert again. However, students are still not able to make their own drinks or ice cream desserts. It is now time for your Southern Spotlight. Before we end your Florida Southern news until our daily 2-minute show airs at noon, we run down some of the upcoming student organization events to jot down on your calendar.
Hey Mocs, and welcome back to another Southern Spotlight. I'm your host, Gretchen Ferraci, bringing you the news on all things SGA. Tonight at 6 p.m. in the Hollis Room, Student Government will be having our first President's Circle and Senate of the semester. We can't wait for all of our new senators to gather and have all of our student organizations represented. Tomorrow, there will be a special Pink Friday event from 10:50 a.m. to 12 p.m. by the Buck Stop. Make sure to wear your pink and receive some free giveaways from your SGA representatives as we kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Additionally, the Multicultural Student Council will be hosting their next general body meeting Monday, October 4th at 5:30 p.m. in the Simmons Center. MSC invites you to come learn the basics and the history of American Sign Language, as well as resources available on campus. Lastly, the Association of Campus Entertainment will be hosting their next open meeting Wednesday, October 6th at 6 p.m. in the Hollis Room. If you're interested in having up-to-date information and helping plan events on campus, then ACE is the place for you to be. That's all we have for you this time, Mocs. May the Mocs be with you.
Both the men's and women's swim teams competed for the first time this season at the University of North Florida. The women battled against Division I teams such as Florida Gulf Coast and North Florida, eventually finishing in third place ahead of conference rivals Rollins and Florida Tech. The men's team finished first overall in their competition, as their first place finishes in all 6 relay races helped push them to the pedestal. Both teams are set to be back in action in 2 weeks when they'll travel to Winter Park for a meet against the Rollins Tars. The women's volleyball team continued their success this week with a victory over Florida Tech before falling to Barry University for their first conference loss of the season. Junior Beatrice Formelin was named the SSC Defensive Player of the Week for the second time this season after collecting 52 digs over the course of this week's games. The team will play again this Friday at Lynn University. The men's and women's golf teams competed earlier this week as well, while both soccer teams were also back in action. For updated results on all of this week's games and to check the calendar of events for the future, check fscmocs.com.
The City of Lakeland finalized the fiscal year 2022 budget last week in a 4-2 vote by elected commissioners. Total revenue was set over $750 million with equal expenses, with the general fund budget set at slightly over $136 million. The general fund is primarily governmental services, functions, and departments that are financially supported by tax dollars. FY22 City Commission initiatives include $75,000 to expand the city's internship program, as well as $25,000 in additional cultural arts funding, increasing to an overarching $275,000. The final initiative was $1.1 million for enhancements to the Lakeland Police Department, including in-car video systems, new tasers, and body-worn cameras. The latter cost was opposed by Commissioners Reed and Musick.
Downtown Lakeland returns to host its monthly First Friday tomorrow evening. The Om Nom Nom Cookie Carnival will run from 6 to 9 p.m. at Munn Park and includes the neighboring streets, North Kentucky and Tennessee Avenue. Parties interested in attending the event have been encouraged to text FF Cookie to 855-298-5275 to become a cookie judge, allowing them to sample up to 10 cookies from participating vendors. Downtown First Fridays are no cost to attend, and parking garage and lot options for the event's duration are detailed on the Downtown Lakeland website.
One October event series is promising new scrumptious seasonal flavors for its visitors. The Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex announced the dates for their Fall Bites Festival, part of the Taste the Space series. Fall Bites allows guests on the complex to experience limited-time, fall-inspired dishes crafted by in-house chefs at the park's eateries, Orbit Cafe and the Moon Rock Cafe. These menu options, including pumpkin caramel eclair desserts at Milky Way, are available from October 8th through November 5th. Any guest who purchases 2 Taste of Space meals can turn in their receipts to receive a complimentary collector's pen.
Taking a look closer to Florida Southern, in continuation with the ongoing fall theme, Cow Creek Farms is running Booze and Coos fall tours through November 21st. But for Halloween fanatics, Sir Henry's Haunted Trail opens tomorrow evening, both over in the Plant City area. Booze and Coos fall tours includes a pumpkin patch, cider station, and photo opportunities, and will run in time slots from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Admission is $5 right now using the Fall Frenzy discount code. Tickets for the Sir Henry's must be purchased in advance with the $25, including access to all 3 haunted trails. Laser tag games and an escape room are available for an additional fee. Over in Winter Haven, trick or treat tasting and guided walking ghost tours begin at noon with a variety of date options to choose from throughout the week. Attendees will be introduced to the tastes of local restaurants and bakeries while also learning about their connection to Polk County's dead history. Full details for all 3 events are available on their respective web pages.
College sexual assault cases have recently spurred protests in at least 7 different states. While protests of similar nature are unusual, the increased frequency is calling new attention to the issue. Students protesting are pushing for stricter consequences for the accused and have criticized their schools for not doing enough to protect their students. A majority of reported sexual assault cases on campus happen between the beginning of the fall semester and Thanksgiving break, with freshmen and transfer students being most at risk. The rise in protests may be due, in part, to how quickly information is spread through social media and how students are better able to manipulate algorithms to get their message trending. Members of the Florida Southern community are encouraged to report instances of sexual discrimination, harassment, violence, and other forms of assault on campus as either a self or third-party reporter via the college website or the Just Ask program. It should be noted that as of August 2020, according to the Department of Education, the college is unable to investigate anonymous reports related to any Title IX violations.
The Biden administration is trying to push through a measure that would provide 2 free years of community college and preschool. The $3.5 trillion rebuilding plan aims to remove barriers to education that has caused learning inequalities based on income and race. Republicans and moderates criticize the measure as being too costly. However, Democrats have already scaled down costs by cutting funding for historically black colleges, among other things. The entire proposal focuses on a wide range of things, including healthcare, climate, and housing. To pay for the measure, Democrats are looking to raise taxes for corporations and the wealthy, another move Republicans oppose.
Following China's announcement banning cryptocurrency in the country, the price of both Bitcoin and Ether dropped. Bitcoin fell to nearly 5%, and Ether fell by about 7%. Despite the drop, some strategists, like Bloomberg's Mike McGlone, have predicted a Bitcoin future exchange traded fund and a price raise of $100,000 by both the end of the year. While China's stance on cryptocurrency is not new, the recent announcement put pressure on investors to take a more conservative approach.
That's your news for this week. Alongside Kenzie Council, I'm John Kristovich. We'll be back next Thursday at 10.